Hello everyone, it's Josh your boy here and welcome back to another video, and today we're just going to be explaining my new cartoon, A Man Called Monk, and going into a little bit more detail on just some of the characters we've seen so far. To start this off, it's called A Man Called Monk, and the main character is, as you may have guessed, Monk. He is the football manager of Ravenstro FC, a team based in Yorkshire who are currently in the Championship, although they do have a long history of being, in the top flight. They're a big club and should be doing a lot better than they are. They're falling apart a little bit, and that's kind of when the story takes place, when the club's in disarray, really, everything's going wrong, and then Monk steps in and decides he wants to manage them. The reason he does do this is because he had a long, great career for Bearsonville. He played there all his life. Ever since he was a young lad, he grew up, watching them, and then managed to play for them and sustained a very long career, broke so many records and all that. He's like one of the club legends, and he kind of went into hiding for a bit because there was an incident that kind of ended his career, and he was never the same after. There is a lot more to Monk than meets the eye, and although he's a very careful man, you may notice that he has kind of a double life, and you'll see more of that if you carry on watching the cartoons. The next person we're going to touch on is Sheldon Cohen. This is Monk's personal assistant, and he's actually got nothing to do with football. Sheldon is quite a flamboyant man, I think the right word is, but he's very gentle. He's like a gentle giant, and I feel like the closest way I can describe Monk and Sheldon's relationship is kind of a bit like Mr. Burns and Smithers from The Simpsons. Although, Sheldon's not in love with him. That is the big difference. Sheldon's just this, nice 50-ish-year-old man or whatever. He's just, he takes care of people, and he's Monk's assistant. He just deals with all his personal life outside of football, and Monk pays him, and he also gets a room in his house because Monk has a big mansion. How does he get all the money? Moving on, someone who featured in the first episode, Brian Damage. Brian Damage reminds me a little bit of Monk. He's like 5 to 10 years older, and he did spend some of his playing career elsewhere. He didn't just play for the Bears, but he did play for the Bears as well, and he took over as manager, but things just didn't go as planned, and he's got the sack. There's a lot of rumours about Brian Damage, and it's noticed that he's a big alcoholic. He's always got a beer bottle in his hand, and there's some bad rumours that he's maybe into other bad stuff, in his life, maybe illegal gambling and all that sort of thing, which will make more sense later too. After that, we have Tony Ravenstro. He is this Eastern European billionaire who decided he wants to own a football club, and as you can see, he's a crazy man. He's got a little child, Tim, who we'll touch on in a minute. But yeah, this man's just so weird. He's only just taken over the club. He wants to turn them round, and his first thing he did was hire Monk just out of the blue. So interesting decision for sure, and we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, he's just a crazy man, but he's a very nice man as well. He's friendly, but I wouldn't get on the wrong side of him. And then we've got Tony's son, Tim Ravenstro. He's like I don't know what age he's really meant to be. He's around 18 years old, I'd say, and he's just this weird boy who should be about 12, but just, he's not very mature at all, and he doesn't know how the real world works at all, so he's a bit dim, a bit stupid and all that. So yeah, Tony's just got to deal with him, poor guy. Next up, we have Bob Grizz. Now, he is the manager of Sealston Rovers, who are the Bears' biggest rivals. We hate Sealston, This man mirrors Monk in a way because he had a great playing career at the Seals, and Monk and him have always had this rivalry between them. They've always hated each other, and it's even more annoying for Monk at the minute because the Bearsonville are in the Championship, and Seals are hitting it big time in the Premier League, so it's really annoying, and you'll always see this personal rivalry they have between them, and they do get along at times, but they just have that competitive edge, which always just sets them apart. We do also have a news presenter. His name's Ben Diamond, and you might see him pop around a bit. He's just this really goody two-shoes. He's only a young guy, but he got the job just because he's so efficient, and he's really annoying. So, he'll just be here, there, and everywhere, interviewing people. He's very obnoxious. He's very, thinks he's the best person ever, but he's not all that, Ben. Just get a grip, Ben. We've got a couple more people to touch on who aren't exactly linked to Monk, but they will be as it progresses. The first one being DJ Gow. He is the main DJ at the local pub called Gowland. Well, it's not a pub, it's a club actually. It's raving loud music, and he's this actual just complete alcoholic whose life's a complete shambles, and he just drinks all the time, and his life's a complete mess, as I've said. And just, yeah, he's his main DJ of a club. And another one just to touch on is Old Man Josh. He's actually called Josh Oldman, but everyone just calls him Old Man Josh just because he's called Josh and he's an old man. So, makes sense, doesn't it? It's quite clever. And he's just the local old weirdo who just everyone keeps a distance because he probably smells a bit, probably looks a bit funky. So, as you can see, he's a bit of a weird guy. So keep distance from him. And I think that does just about wrap up the main characters I have. Hope I've not forgotten any. I'll probably do another one of these just when I introduce more and more people, but no one wants to sit for a video of me explaining 100 characters and that. So, they'll make sense the more you see them. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a lot, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.